Welcome everybody to the sportiest stream. Hopefully you're all doing well. It's nice to see you here. Thank you for the resub there, Aiko, Wusky. A tier 1 resub for 13 months. Thank you so much. My stream alerts are muted. That's not a good thing. Oh well, we'll have to deal with it. Welcome back everybody to the sportiest stream here. Hopefully you're all doing well. But FC, you've come for some individual performance series action. As here we go. I can actually... I'll volume up again, Aiko, Wusky. Thank you for the... Actually, it's a 9-month sub. 13 months total. Thank you so much for that. It means a lot to me. And speaking of Aiko, we'll be seeing her a little bit later in just a few minutes, as it is a Lanugginoso Aiko Wusky matchup. This is the individual performance series tier 4. We've seen Aiko already back in week 1 when they had their win over, who did they beat? Villager 278. Another reoccurring character on the stream very often, but this is week 4, and actually, it's already the end of the regular season. The end of the regular season is exceptionally short. In the individual performance series, only 4 weeks, so if you really want to make a name for yourself, you do not have that many matches to do it. Both these players have already played quite a lot here. Both of them are 2-1 at this point, holding some pretty impressive positionings. Lanugginoso at the 3rd seed position, Aiko Wusky at the 4th. That is likely to change after today, but even then, there's a lot of... I'm expecting at least there's a lot of... there's going to be a lot of questions on if they are guaranteed a playoff spot yet. And the answer is actually no. It is very unlikely for them to lose a playoff spot, considering that both of them have a game differential +3. And the best performing player that is holding the non-playoff spot, the 9th seed position, top 8 make playoffs in this group, is right now 1-2 with a game differential of -1. So it is possible to lose your playoff spot. It is very tough. You have to lose quite badly, but it is possible. So both these players do actually have something to play for. The winner of this match guarantees a playoff spot. The loser has to hope that the players below them don't do amazingly well. Equally, they should both be able to make playoffs if they lose. Even if they lose badly, they should still be making. So, the positioning here is not that bad for both these players. Just going to be a matchup of, well, can you secure that spot? Also, can you get good seeding? There is still seeding on the line here. Top 8 players may make it, but for the seed, the better your matches will be in the future. And why not play against easier opponents, especially in the playoffs, especially when I'm expecting we're going to see a lot more elimination matches. So these players have a lot to play for this evening. Lanugginoso taking on Aiko Wusky. Lanugginoso, you'll see, goes by Lang, or Lan, as he's often called, as Aiko Wusky in the orange. A best of 5 matchup for both these players, as they also going to get themselves an offense early here. Again, both these players are seeing a 2-1 record into this best of 5, as Aiko already getting really aggressive. Oh no, that's not a good shot for Aiko. Oh, but she's got it anyways. Oh, Lanugginoso, why'd he challenge? Oh no. Oh, it's one of the weird things about ones is that it's very easy to notice when you make a bad mistake. That's definitely one. The game sound is really loud for me. My goodness. Let me know if it's loud for you guys. The game sounds really loud for me. I might have turned it down on my side. If it's loud for all of you, let me know. Aiko, looking to make it 2. Lan, unable to get the touches. Aiko, there's one thing Aiko's known for. It's definitely playing a really highly heavy press kind of offense. Her defense not exactly very good, but her offense has been known to be pretty solid this season. That's how she's been able to win matches. For someone who's been putting the hours. A lot of these 1v1 players don't always practice ones. Aiko, I know for a fact, has been. I remember seeing her in week 1. She's, again, put the hours into this game mode. It's good? Thank goodness. Alright, if it's good for all of you, I guess I just won't quiet it. I'll worry about my own ears getting blasted out with the volume. As Aiko, still in a challenge, we'll keep it away. As Lanugginoso just waits under this one. A tap will be for Aiko. 1 goal still in the lead so far, as a lot of really rushed plays here from both these players. Feels like a lack of control, as Aiko will be back in time. Does get the wave dash. And opening in front. Shot on. Stopped by Lanugginoso, as Aiko kind of left the play there. Will still have boost, but Lanugginoso has boost of his own. As Aiko, the flick over. It is an open net, but a very tough shot will be forced to leave, as Lanugginoso panicked on this one. Aiko's going to take a second. Oh, Lanugginoso completely missed it. For a play that was originally so harmless, that is the last thing you want to see if you're Lanugginoso. It's a second for Aiko. Now looking for a third, gets bumped out. Still has the recovery, a third goal off the kickoff. Lan seems like he just might need some time to warm up. It feels like it's been that way. And for a lot of players like, that like we're seeing with Lan, maybe a game or two, I'm sure he'll recover. Unfortunately for him, that means that this game might be a throwaway for him. 4 goals for Aiko already. A monstrous lead. Bump off his Lan. Aiko, what a flick. That is a nicely played flick. That is not a nicely played touch, though. Lan with his first goal of the game. Aiko a bit outplayed herself there. It was actually not even a bad flick to get away from Lan, but that touch completely leaves it open. Been pretty careful so far this game, but again, very aggressive, heavy push style does often leave itself to those kind of overcommits, something that can be an issue. He does get back in time for defense. Pinch this one away. Still has boost, but Lan already back, and Aiko will do good to not play too aggressive here. Trying to go for quite an impressive Doomsday Dish play. Well, instead, try to go for the flick over. Can't get much on that. Lan on the attack. Gonna chip it over. Oh, Aiko's missed it, but the shot goes wide. And in fact, actually, her whiffing that has given her goal 5. Had Aiko made the touch there, she's not getting that turnaround as she wants. Actually benefits her to leave that ball, because it bounced off the back wall perfectly for a free shot. So for Aiko, the multi-goal madness in game 1. Her aggressive style oftentimes has one of two outcomes. Either it works amazingly, or it works super poorly. A rather risky style, but knowing Aiko Wusky's playstyle in the past, she is definitely one that likes to take risks. Definitely always been known to be one that does that. Even back when she was on the Underworld Wolves, even before then when she was on Striker Esports, always known to be one to take many risks to offense. So again, not too much of a surprise. He's got to make the block here. Couldn't get there in time. And while Lanugginoso has been having a rough game, he has had his chances. He's had his goals. As yeah, this volume's really loud for me. Goodness. Sorry, everybody. I'm gonna turn on the audio a little bit. A little bit better. As Lan off the back wall, Aiko, no boost, able to get the clear nonetheless. Full tank of boost now. She might go in for this one, and you bet she does. Again, I said Aiko, super risky. But when it works, again, people really have a tough time being able to adapt to her. And should have a third goal here. That is not a great touch. Should still be in. It will be. 3 goals for Lan. By the way, chat, let me know, by the way, if the volume ever gets too quiet, as I kind of fiddle around with it. Maybe another goal for Lan. Aiko has given up a couple in a row here. Oh dear. And for having a 4-goal lead, this is completely falling apart for her now. Only 1 goal up against Lanugginoso. A little loud for me, actually. Down to 25%. There we go. That will help things out a little bit. Aiko off the kickoff. Hey, 6-4. Chance to take. Aiko Wusky up by 2 again. Also, I just noticed you guys also get to now copy my settings. My settings are now public for everyone to use. But what is this? What on earth is this? I'm so sorry, Aiko. We have to watch that again. What is this? She got booted in that one. Oh, that is perfect. Oh, that is beautiful. You only get that in 1v1s, by the way. You never see that in 2s or 3s. Only in 1s do you see goals like that. Aiko. Awkward play there. Doesn't really get the touch. Lanugginoso left, though. I don't know if I really recommend that. Yeah, I don't know what he did there. It felt as if he thought Aiko had no boost on there. But clearly he saw her pick up the corner. I don't know where he's going on that, but... Ball's definitely going in the net. And, once again, Aiko up by 2. She's had some issues on the kickoff, though, as she gets bumped out of another one. Side wall. Open room. She's going for a solo effort here. I don't really recommend doing that when you're up by 2 goals, and immediately she decides not to go for it, so... I think the smarter decision here. When you're up by 2 goals with a little time left, the last thing you need to do is take risks. As Aiko does so there, but she will be back in time as Lanugginoso, with a poor effort, cannot put it in. Aiko had a troubling time at the end of game 1, but she does take the win by 2 goals. A important win here. And an important victory, one I'm sure you'll be asking for. That means closer now to game 2. Pressure will only increase. Aiko may have a game, but it was not convincing by the end of it. Lanugginoso, as I said again, Aiko, one of her big weaknesses is her defense. Her defense isn't exactly great. Something that Lanugginoso should be able to recognize. Once you can get around her extremely aggressive offense, she doesn't have much else to support herself. It's all about being able to manage well as... They'll go for an early goal here. Got the flick. Oh, that's gone very high. She shot it off the bar there. Lanugginoso will recover back here as a flick. Once again over. Aiko with open room and into the open arms of the nets. As that is goal 1. Aiko still has a long way to go here, but being able to get that first goal again, really going to put the confidence into her. Might go for a second. What a stop! Lanugginoso, what a huge block! He's going to win the boost race too. Aiko, wave dashing. Oh, she better not own goal there. That is on target. Fortunate thing is, it's not that fast, so she will be back in time. He now races after this one. I don't know what Lanugginoso's doing, but he's whiffed the ball completely there. He'll still have this one as Aiko, once again, back in time, will go for the play off the back wall, and again, mechanics have gotten a lot better since I last saw her. Even only a few weeks ago, she's gotten a lot better at their mechanics. She's always been known to be a mechanical player, but always had that issue in 3s where she's never really been able to execute properly on her mechanical plays. She better be careful here. Lanugginoso is going to continue to try to chase her down as she got to get recovery to the back wall. It's a perfect bounce as well. Lanugginoso will take the boost. The touch straight back, though. Aiko will punt that one to net. But Lanugginoso waits. Aiko waits even longer, and she's going to win this one. A second for Aiko Wusky. Lanugginoso just gave this one away. Aiko's going to win the race to it. Bad time to give up a goal. 2-0 up now. Lanugginoso. Go. Waiting on it's going to be careful here. Does get one by. Open room. She might get a third. Doesn't get the touch, however. Lanugginoso should be able to score from this. And you better believe he will. This is not an Eddie's missing. Aiko trying to rush into the quick shot. I don't blame her for that. It's not a bad idea. But if you're going to play that quick, you have to make contact. It's the boost again here. It's not the first time she's done that this game. We'll need to be careful not to do it too often here. She's not winning these challenges. Bumps out Lanugginoso, but not in time. And it's a tie game. Aiko missed the boost on the side. I don't know what it is. This game, she's had a lot of issues actually hitting the boost pads. And giving that boost to Lanugginoso gave him the reason to score that one. He's going to win that challenge. Now, tied up as it's 2 goals back for Lanugginoso. As Aiko, once again on the straight line touch, gets it over him! He never even had a chance to that. He didn't have enough boost. Aiko, going back to our usual simple mechanical plays, a little air dribble over Lanugginoso. Benefit on that play is even if he does get the save, that is still going to be in a dangerous position for him to get out of his net. Aiko. There's those aerial plays that we see her go for every once in a while. It's now up the corner, Lanugginoso. Oh, Aiko, I don't know if I really like that challenge. Lanugginoso still has boost, doesn't have the touch though. Aiko just continuing to put him under pressure, but a chance to score would be nice here. That might be it. Front post just a little wide. Already racing back as Lanugginoso. I thought for a second he might want to challenge that play, but he's absolutely not in the right place. Now he's whiffed it. It is wide open. And Aiko back up by 2. Lanugginoso whiffed a admittedly tough touch up, a tough bounce off the corner. You're the only one back. Have to make those plays. He'll score though. A kickoff goal, and man, Aiko, if there's been one thing she's been struggling on more this series, it has been kickoffs. Especially the straight-on kickoff. She's just been challenging really high on it. We know she's gone for delayed kickoffs before. Is this where she starts to go for a few more of them? I think part of the reason why is because she's intentionally leaving a couple boosts that she can recover. And it actually works really well for this kickoff as well. A little extra boost gave for the enough speed to run past Lanugginoso. Keeping herself 2 goals ahead here. Building an even bigger lead while Lanugginoso trying to find a way to come back. Double clear kickoff. You can tell both players want to wait on that one. But not an extreme delay. Both just waiting game here as Lan, I think, might go back post here. Aiko didn't really move off the goal line. Caught the block though. Lanugginoso's starting to pick up the pace. Time is at a premium now for him as Aiko actually unintentionally faked that one. Lanugginoso has boost, doesn't have the ball though. Is it on? It is. It's in. Oh, I think Lanugginoso own gold. Oh, he absolutely did. Oh, that is an unfortunate play. You can't blame him. He's trying to get the touch out. Yeah, racing off to the ball there. A tough block for Lanugginoso, unable to get it. Again, Aiko saving again that boost off the kickoff. It's a huge advantage to have that boost off the kickoff, especially if the kickoff stays neutral. Now she's just going to delay the kickoff. Better be careful though. Lanugginoso might go for the bump, but he won't catch up. Aiko shoots and scores. And Lanugginoso trying to overextend himself for more chances to score. It has not paid off. A minute to go in game 2. Aiko, mind of the winner of this match, guarantees themselves a spot in the top 8. The loser likely guarantees a spot as well, considering how good their game differential has been so far. But why not just get the better seed? Aiko definitely believes that. 8 goals to free this game. Lanugginoso has been swiftly defeated. What was a relatively close game that got within 1 goal at points. It has been a complete takeover for the 2-on-1 Aiko Wusky. Lanugginoso does have boost. Won't have the ball with her though as Aiko will quickly clear this one away. Unable to recover fast though. She's going to have to be a bit more careful, although I guess careful isn't really in her repertoire here. So you guys get the challenges. Continuing to just outpace Lanugginoso. She's been going for a lot of aggressive plays. And actually it has worked to waste a whole lot of time out of Lanugginoso. As he'll stay with this one. Touch in the midfield. Shot attempt will be blocked as Aiko. It's a beautiful recovery. A 5-goal lead now, extended to 6. Aiko, Wusky. I think I scored, I want to say like 5 goals in a row at this point. It has been that one-sided. And in fact, it's going to add another 10-3. Now a 7-goal difference. And if you guys know what that means officially this is now considered a blowout if this lead stands. Don't happen too often in the stream, but they do happen most often in 1v1s. Especially in games where just one player is just playing a whole lot better than the other. Aiko never dropped the lead. 10-3 game here. Aiko, Wusky now up 2-0 in the series, 1 away from taking down Lanugginoso. She could potentially do this in a sweep. We don't see sweeps often in ones, but they do happen when one player is clearly playing better than the other. I really don't think this series has been that way, even with this game being a 7-goal difference. Lanugginoso has kept it close. But obviously, maybe I've been proven wrong here. Again, we'll see how things go here. Oh, into game number 3. Pressure's on Lanugginoso. Close, but close will not cut it. Really gonna need to push for more here as we win in game 2 for Aiko. Should give her the confidence she needs to potentially win the series here. If that is at all what's going to happen. Knowing a lot of matches like these that are relatively close, I actually expect Lanugginoso to at least take 1 game. But we'll see if that's the case, as Aiko didn't use her boost. She must have thought Lanugginoso didn't have any. And A for the first time. Lanugginoso scores first. Aiko had 80 boost. I don't know why she didn't use any. Must have thought Lan wasn't going to challenge that one, but it's so close to his net, he has to go for it. Be a little bit more careful as Lanugginoso, I think, starting to get a little bit more restless on his challenges. Same kind of play that Aiko went for earlier. Now she goes for a solo effort. The dribble. Aiko, the bump. Oh, she got blocked. Lanugginoso bumped her into her own save. And now he could score here. The dribble. Oh, he drove way too close to Aiko. He could have scored on that play had he just pulled the trigger a little earlier. Now she goes again. That's a very low dribble, though. That one's even worse than the first. And Lan, oh, he's missed his chance. What is happening this game? A little bit chaotic for this first minute. Aiko on the beautiful recovery. Man, her recoveries have been incredibly strong this series. And that I usually mention a lot about because it often is what determines these 1v1 games, especially because the faster you recover, the more goals you can have like this. So we just go down the field and have a wide open net. Lan back in time, but doesn't have the boost. Aiko again going off the corner. I don't like it when she does this. She leaves herself to that. A counter from Lan as it will be wide. Aiko playing into the corner. Lan. Aiko again in the air. Maybe a double tap attempt. This one. She does get the second touch, but I think Aiko's just doing a little too much in the air for her own good if she just keeps things a little bit more grounded. Rather than trying to beat Lanugginoso with air dribble plays, bumps. Keep things simple. Just outplay him. He is pushing up quite high. Oh, she's missed it. It was open. We have gone over 2 minutes of gameplay. We've had only 1 goal so far. Aiko again. Oh, she's hit the other post. When will it all end? I'm sure is what she's asking. Another challenge win. Another open net. Going. Gone. After all that time, surely one was to go in. That took a lot longer than I think she'd like to admit. But it goes in. As Aiko off the kickoff. And taking the lead. 2-1 now, half the game still to go, but Aiko looking to pull ahead. And another kickoff. And, she's missed another shot. Man, she has had a tough time shooting open nets today. Wonders she'll be back in time. Lan does get the block. She's just going to take the boost from him. She's not even going for the ball at this point. She's just going all in for the boost. She'll let him touch this. Knowing he can't score, that is not a good touch, though. Lan can't find the angle. And while he will have boost now, Aiko, the chance to shoot. On! Oh, it's a beautiful play! Lan never thought it was going in. You could tell he left it. Must have thought that was wide. Aiko trying to surge ahead even more. Aiko. Oh, it's a great flick. Gets right over Lan. And at this point, time's gonna start to become an issue for him here. Aiko will have a 3-goal lead. Lanugginoso, after his first goal, has not scored since. Well, I will say Aiko's shooting accuracy has been quite abysmal this game. Fortunately, Lan has not had much to say about on offense. When you have 11 shots from Aiko, you're going to score at least a couple of them. The time running out for Lan now in this series, the last of the regular season here in week 4 of Tier 4. Trying to play a game of keep away, but she may have pushed a little bit too high. Will get boost, the clear across. Lan, he's got to be careful, he might get bumped in that position. Aiko not going for the bump, just going for the shot instead. Lan, the block. Aiko, 20 boost, can't go. Bumps out Lan though, takes the boost too. Will stay on the play. Off the sidewall, Lan can't get there, he missed it. He didn't get a flip in time. Aiko, off the ceiling. Interesting choice, Will. Force Lan to go back for his own good here. Now Lan running out of boost. None in the tank. Aiko beat though. And she really flipped in for that one. Without boost, Lan can't go for the net. Aiko staying aggressive, staying committed. And she's going to waste out time here. Aiko Wusky swiftly taking these open goals. And Lan, well, you got to give credit for a guy who's able to change his playstyle so quickly. The ultra aggressive playstyle, he just isn't going to do it better than Aiko Wusky has. Unfortunately for him, there will not be enough time to come back now. Aiko Wusky will take the series in a 3-0 sweep. Lanugginoso. A tough run, but for Aiko, it is a guaranteed high seed going into that final bracket. In fact, I think now she's guaranteed 2nd seed at the very least. To battle that far in your season. Aiko. Not guaranteed 2nd, guaranteed at least 3rd seed, I should say. Yes, let's see. What's your game punch now? It is plus. Actually, she's guaranteed 2nd seed, actually, because the top 2 seeds above her have to play against each other, so she's guaranteed at least a 2nd seed position. Wow, that's huge. To a really good position now for Aiko Wusky. 2nd seed. That is a perfect placement to end her season. I mean, simply put, she's lost once this season, and she has won her matches quite strongly. Feel for Lanugginoso, just a perfect way to end things. Go sweep. What a performance. As Lanugginoso, again, likely he should be able to make playoffs. He shouldn't have too many issues. I think +1. Should be able to make playoffs, but going to be in a much worse position for himself. Aiko, what an ending to her season. 3-0 sweep. That is about as good as they come. As welcome in Aiko Wusky. A 3-0 sweep over Lanugginoso to end your season. You're now guaranteed, I believe, second seed. At least by the end of... You're guaranteed second seed by the end of the season here. So, your last match of the regular season, a 3-0 sweep. My goodness, what a performance tonight here. You had a very amazing performance. And so far, every single one you've had has been in a sweep. Talk to me. Oh, Aiko's not here. Aiko's Discord has crashed. We'll give her a moment here, but... There you go, you're back. Welcome in. Oh. 1 sec, maybe my audio is gone. It is, my audio didn't connect. Welcome in. Can you hear me now? I think your Discord crashed again. Oh boy. I know Aiko's here. It might be her inputs that are incorrect. Aiko, maybe check your inputs. Is your input correct? In your settings on Discord, your voice and video settings. May have... We'll give Aiko a moment here. We'll give Aiko a moment, but again, a 3-0 sweep. Yeah, what a performance there. Lanugginoso got crushed. That was a tough performance for Lanugginoso. The fortunate thing is, again, they both should be able to make that final bracket, top 8. Pretty good positioning to be in as well. In that final bracket, anything can happen. It is elimination. All. I don't remember if it's single elimination. It might be double elimination. The rule book. IPS. I should really forgot what it was. I checked at the beginning of the season, and I've completely forgotten if it's single elimination. Our service has not liked me as much. I get that, Lanugginoso. Again, thanks for joining. Hopefully you will be able to find some fix to the lag issues. Oh my goodness, that is loud. Thank you for the follow, Lanugginoso. I got jump scared by my own alerts. Shouldn't be that loud. My goodness, they're loud. Holy, I'm gonna turn on volume.
Hello?
Come in, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Welcome in, Aiko Wusky. I feel sweep over Lanugginoso. Well, I'm over here getting jump scared by my own alerts. Congratulations on your win. You've had 3 sweeps this season to, I think, give yourself the second seed by the end of the regular season. So, you've been playing well. I know you've been practicing. That practice has really paid off here in Tier 4. Talk to me about your win today. You looked amazing to end your regular season.
I really don't know. There were so many mistakes that I was making, but I tried to capitalize on his mistakes as much as I could. That's really all I got.
Hey, you did pretty well here. It was definitely one of those things where you had a lot of open nets to score on and played a really aggressive playstyle. You've been playing that kind of way all season. It seems like players can't really adapt to you all that well, playing that aggression. Talk to me about the adaptation of that aggressive playstyle, because I've seen you a long time to know that you are a player that likes taking risks. Talk to me about the adaptation of that into 1v1, because in a 1v1 game mode, usually risks are a bad thing, but you know how to use risk taking to your advantage.
To be honest, I kind of just like I notice when someone looks awkward or when someone doesn't have like control of the ball most of the time. So whenever I see one of those two things, I will think to myself if I can make it there, and if I can, I'll just go for it. In worst case scenario, I get a 50. And
Found
sorry.
it. You found your goals. You found your wins. I guess you found your 50-50s too on the end of this. But now your season's over. You know you have playoffs coming up. This match is behind you. The whole regular season's behind you. I believe playoffs, if I'm not wrong, I think it's single elimination. 2 to 3 weeks
Yes.
long. So it doesn't really matter. That regular season, forget about it now. It's single elimination. You lose and you're out. Talk to me about what you're going to do to prepare for those, because they're best of 5s, and there's a lot more pressure on them. And historically, you've not done the best under pressure on your 3v3 teams in past, at least recently on this stream. Talk to me what you're going to do to make sure that the dark cloud that has followed you in the playoffs doesn't follow you here in the 1v1s.
I think the biggest thing with me, and the reason, like, even like the week last week, when I had my loss against, I think it was, I don't remember how to say his name, Splattergoon.
That's
The biggest thing that I think kept me from winning that game, and also between like the other games is like my mentality is always getting like a little shaky in games. So I have another coach who is also hopefully gonna also help me out with like mentality. So like a mentality coach. So hopefully I can keep my mental state up the entire time.
Absolutely got to see that as well. You know, Dolly come into this one, play confidently. Well, it's a field sweep. Your regular season is over. Playoffs up next. And you mentioned as well, focusing on that mental, because that is probably what's going to win the playoffs here. I bet you a lot of these players are going to be very nervous going to that final. Definitely an advantage if you don't get nervous on. And congrats on your win, a field sweep over at Lanugginoso. Before you leave, do you have any shoutouts, any last things you want to say to kind of wrap up what has been a very successful regular season?
Shout out Kate, the my coach who was in the lobby with me. She's actually used to be someone who I would play with regularly, but she was a ones main back in the day and actually helped me warm up today and get mentally prepared for this game. And I
Round.
also want to shout out Mealy in chat because Mealy is a goat.
There you go. I know Mealy was asking for it. I was wondering. Oh, Mealy's here. Every single time you're on stream, Mealy's here. But again, congratulations on your win, a field sweep over Lanugginoso. Congratulations, Aiko Wusky. Thanks for joining, and thanks for having me take your series this evening. Have an amazing rest of your night, and hopefully I'll be able to catch some of those final bracket matches.
Of course. Thank you, Sporty.
I was Aiko Wusky joining us there. A field sweep over Lanugginoso. If you take a look at our schedule, we have one more match later this evening on this stream specifically. Goofy Coopers Esports taking on Wyffendor Q. Actually, I'm going to be going to the Ascent Tournament Series mainstream, so I'm going to be ending this stream for a little bit. We'll be going to the Ascent Tournament Series stream to watch some Yu-Gi-Oh! Esports Catalyst Cup matches with Refresh and Serenix Sports. But thank you all so much for being so supportive, for joining. It was amazing to see all the support. But for now, I'm going to leave. This stream is now over. Thank you all so much. Have an amazing rest of your night. We'll see you guys in about an hour and a half when we are 9 p.m. Eastern matchup, again, with QC and Goofy Goobers. See you then.